everybody, welcome to Hume 4x4. Today I'm introducing you to a $50,000 car, and essentially today I wanted to introduce you guys to it because I haven't been posting a lot and I've been pretty slack. So I've got some new camera equipment, I've got the Action Pro 5. I want to get back into the swing of things. I've got a new website, hume4x4.com, check it out in the description down below. Also follow the Instagram, Hume4x4. Post all like the updates, all the mod updates, everything like that on the website and on Instagram first before it goes to YouTube, because it takes a while to edit and everything like that. So I want to talk about the Nissan Navara and several reasons as to why I did choose it, and why I chose it over Hilux, or why I chose it over other brands. Isuzu was one, D-Max was one, or why didn't I just keep the orange Navara? Well, the main reason why I wanted to upgrade is because I wanted a new car for the big trips that we plan on doing. Myself and my missus plan on doing trips to Uluru, around Australia, and obviously weekenders as well. I didn't have any issues with the orange Nav. It just meant that my missus couldn't drive it because it was a manual, which I totally understand. It's totally fine. Some people just aren't born for manuals. But at the end of the day, I wanted her to feel comfortable as well, because it's so much traveling, so much driving at one time, as I totally understand that sort of aspect to it. And I wanted a car that has warranty. I've never owned a car with warranty. It's my first proper buy. So what did I go for? An SL. SL is the base model. So you've got SL, STX, Pro 4X, Warriors as well. Warriors is just a lift kit basically, and some extra stickers. But above SL, you basically get a bunch of more electronics and you get carpeted floors. I didn't want carpet floors, I wanted vinyls, and I wanted to limit the amount of electronics in the car because they're easier to work with off-road. If stuff does get in the electronics and stuff, it's minimal. Do you know what I mean? So that sort of was the idea behind that. So that's kind of where we're at right now. All right, that was the main reason. Another main reason was because the SL was the cheapest of the Navaras that have 4x4. I think it was like 50 something K. The SL Warrior is a great option as well if you've got the money to splash, but you don't want all the extra electronics, you just want the lift and tires. I was going to do lift and tires myself, which I have done, so that wasn't really a talking point for me. And that's the main reasons really. I wanted the 10-year warranty, I wanted the 300,000 K warranty, I wanted several things like that, which I think were really, really beneficial. So those were some of the main reasons why I chose the 2024 SL Navara. So essentially this is where we're at. We've got an Arrow Toolquip tray. The Arrow Toolquip tray cost me $7 grand fitted. It's a really nice looking tray. I'll be posting videos on this overlay so you guys can see it. But yeah, so Arrow Toolquip tray. We've got 31-inch mud tires all round with steel rims, which is a POS 20 rim. I talk about it more on my website, so head over to hume4x4.com to see my full individual mod list of everything. But that's kind of where we're at. Not too much else has happened. I've stuck an aerial on that's not connected. My bull bar and roof rack is coming during May, so middle of May sometime. So that's that. So I'm looking forward to that. It's an Ocam bull bar, which set me back a little bit, but not as expensive as other ones. And to be honest, all the modern day bull bars ain't really all that. They're all sort of like a bit flat, in my opinion. They're a bit squashed. I like the ones that protrude out a little bit. I think they're a whole lot nicer. So look, that again, that's just my personal opinion. You can say whatever you like really about your own bull bars, whatever you like. You can spend a lot of money on bull bars, but for me it's something that's for security, hitting a kangaroo or hitting an animal or something on the road. You want a strong steel bull bar for that, especially traveling in the outback, which we do plan to do. Funny story with the Navara actually. My old orange Navara, which you guys would have seen, is that vehicle got sold for $7 grand, which was good because that's what I bought it for. So it was funny, like this guy came and he was really interested. He was this older dude. He had a like one of those fishing top singlet kind of vibes. He was totally cool, Aussie guy. Flip-flops, you know, the typical. A bit older, and he came with his mate, and he didn't give a fuck. This guy looked at the vehicle once. He said, "Can we take it for a spin?" I said, "Yeah, sure." I think he popped the bonnet. I told him about the intercooler issue, like it's not factory, it's been boosted, tuned, and all that, all good. And then we took it for a drive, and yeah, sweet, no worries. It was blowing a bit of smoke. I said, "Oh, it hasn't been started for a while," which was true. He was like, "Yeah, we'll take it." So then we went to do the transaction, like online, rego transfer for Vic Roads, and what happened was I didn't realize I was on 1% battery. Phone battery, right, was at 1%. My phone battery was at 1%. So at that point I was a little bit like, what the fuck do I do now? So because my charger was upstairs, I'd invite this guy to my downstairs, like through my garage through to that little like sort of room, first room. So I was like, oh, this is a bit of a tricky one. I don't and then so I was trying to transfer it, but like, I had to put rego on it first. So I put the rego through to put it on the vehicle. I put rego on the vehicle for 3 months. We agreed to that, to sell the vehicle. It would be better for him and it's easier for him to get a roadie or whatever. So all right, no worries. So I paid the rego and it was processing. So we were waiting for a while. It was processing. And then he was like, I was like, fuck, it's just gonna keep processing. I don't know how long it takes to process, right? So then I got this guy sitting in front of my house, a stranger really. He was a nice guy, but he was a stranger. I'm sitting there, 1% battery, phone voltage, trying to get this thing going. My phone dies, so then I'm like, I have to ring up. So then my phone dies. I find the charger, it's plugged into the wall. I'm standing here with the charger, it's charging up. We're trying to make small talk with this guy. It's like, oh, did you go to the food? Oh yeah, you know, blah blah blah, all small talk. And then this is taking too long to charge up, to wait for the Apple logo to appear. So I'm gonna go and get my missus' phone and try and transfer the vehicle onto Vic Roads to you now. Okay, so at that point I was a little bit like, what the fuck do I do now? Eventually my original phone came back online and we sorted it all good. He paid me cash, he was happy, took the vehicle away. So that happened real simple and I was really happy with that. So I appreciate everyone watching. Please like, subscribe, check out the human4x4.com. We've got some merch, potential merch as well on there. So I really appreciate it, and follow the Instagram human4x4. All right, sweet, peace.